to our channel. I'm Vic and that's Nick, and we're going to go over today Mission Red Planet. This is a game by Bruno Faduti and Bruno Cathala, and it's published by Fantasy Flight Games. It's a 2 to 6 player game. Nick is going to give an overview of how we play, and then we're going to give our review.
All right, here we are on Mission Red Planet. Set up for a 3-player game. We got the yellow, blue, and green player. We're going to try to play from this perspective of the green player, but we're going to show what everyone else is doing as well. Because this game is simultaneous action selection. So we're going to pick a card, just put it face down, and then we'll do a countdown, and everyone's going to do the action that is on their card. Their cards are the same. So you're picking the card you're doing the action, and then everyone else is going to do theirs in order. So we'll show you how that works. The whole point of the game is we're trying to mine resources on Mars, and we're trying to do our missions to get points. The most points is going to win. So at the beginning of the game, we're dealt 2 mission cards face down. We're going to turn these up, and we're going to pick one of these to keep, and we'll discard the other one. So that will go away, and everyone's going to do that. These are going to be kept secret for the end of the game. So everyone has selected their thing, and we are going to take a look at this turn order, or this tracks the phases. You can see that 1 through 5 is actually all going to be the same thing. So we're going to show you what the numbers, how those phases play out. Then we'll talk about what happens when we hit these production type phases, and also the discovery and the end game. So for the bulk of the game, you can see we're going to do these numbered phases. So the first player has this board right here, this tracker, and we're going to follow the same sequence. What we're going to do is we're going to pick one of our cards to play. Everyone else is going to pick one of their cards to play, and the player with this tracker is going to start a countdown, 9 down to 1 if necessary, until everyone has their 1 card played. So I'll show you these cards, but first we're going to say 9, and we're going to wait to see if anyone played a 9 valued card. No one did. We'll say 8 and wait. Nobody? 7? No. 6? Well, actually I know that I put a 6 to be played for myself. So you can see this value here at the top left. That's what I'm talking about. And we just do our action that's listed here. The secret agent. He places a total of 2 astronauts in 2 different docked ships and forces one of the ships that is not ready to launch to go ahead and launch. So in this case, that's perfect for him because he can actually just force the ship that with the astronauts on it to launch. Nobody else is on the board yet. So these are the ships in play, these 4 ships, and that shows their destination and how many astronauts are required before takeoff. So you can see 4, 3, 4, 4. That's how many astronauts that the capacity is. That's so normally I wouldn't be able to take off, but the secret agent can force one to take off. So I'm gonna look at my agenda here, and I have Estonia on the board right there. And that is one of the spots I want to be at. You can see it highlighted. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that one. So I'm gonna place 2 different ships, and I'm only gonna, it has to be different ships, so I have to put 1 there. And I can put 1 somewhere else. But I'm going to force Estonia to launch. And let's just say I do that one because it's less capacity. The other ones I don't have those locations on the schedule here. So I'm going to force Estonia to launch. And all that does is make sure that is gone. No one's going to put their, no one's going to mess with it and put more astronauts on it. That one's going to go to Mars. And that one's just going to sit there and wait. So we'll start the countdown again, but we already have the 6s done. So he's gonna say 5, 4, 3, and I put one of these had a 3. Let's see if it was them. It is. This one's good for the blue player because this travel agent placed 3 astronauts on the same dock ship. So luckily, there's plenty of room for that to happen. If that didn't happen, it's a high risk one, because if there was no room, they wouldn't have an action at all. But in a 3-player game, it's fairly safe. So they're going to place 3 astronauts on the same docked ship. Unfortunately, green player took the one that would just take off right now. So we cannot put it there. We have to put it on one of these others. So let's see what their agenda is. okay. So they're gonna actually just put all three. They would have liked Estonia, but it's already gone. They're just gonna put all three here and hope for the best. And now it doesn't really matter because there's only one player left, so we know they have a 1 or a 2. They have a 1. So they're gonna do their action, place a total of 2 astronauts in 1 or 2 docked ships, and place a destination token on 1 ship, either docked or launched. So they could mess with this because it is launched. Or they can mess with this. So let's see. What is their agenda here? They just want to spread out. They just want to be all over. So they don't really care at the moment where they're going. So they're going to place 2 astronauts in 2 docked ships because they want to spread out. So it's going to be docked, so we could take these off. So let's be nice and take... We're going to think maybe the blue player really wants to go there. Maybe we'll mess with that token because we don't care where we go. And the other one, they're just going to put right there. And now they'll place a destination token on 1 ship. Let me get the glare as usual. There it is. So this one is going to launch because it has a capacity, but we're not going there. We're thinking maybe the blue player really wants to go there. We don't know that they do. So, but we're hoping they do. We're going to go ahead and let's go to Hellas. So destination token changed. We just picked from the supply right there. And though we have 2 ships that are taken off. So that phase is done, and now we put the astronauts where they're going. This one's going to Estonia. As soon as they land on that zone, they flip over this token so they see what resource is there. That's the weakest resource. Those are the 1 values. So they are not too thrilled about that. And this will go to discard. This one's going to go to Hellas. So all these folks go in there. We're going to reveal that. They're not happy about that either because that's more ice, the weakest resource. But there is a global mission every game. The person with the most of those gets 9 points at the end, so that's not too bad. So that is a phase, and then we replenish the ships. That's what encompasses what these phases are. Now here, we will throw these tokens on the spot because that's what the resource is there. We're going to see a majority. So this is going to be a lot more full. Obviously, we're going to do these 5 rounds. So this is going to be a lot more full. There's going to be a lot more things revealed. And, yep, there's the good one. That one's the 3 bomb right there. It goes 1, 2, and 3. As seen right there. So we know that's pretty good. Once we see somebody reveal that, we might want to head there. And there you go. And whoever has the majority will get the token. You'll also see that these productions add up. So they'll put 2 tokens on it. And then 3 later in the game. Note that if there are ties, there's going to be more. Like in this case, where there's only 1, if it's a tie, no one's getting that. But if there were 2 out here from later, they can each get 1 of those, and so on and so forth. If there were a 3-way tie, if there were 3 there, one each, and so on. So we're just going to keep playing. We explained all that. Here's the discovery phase. We have not explained any of that because I didn't want to throw that on here right away. So there is a person here. I believe they're number 7. Yep. Here we go. There we go. Place a total of 2 astronauts in 1 or 2 docked ships and draw one event card, or look at 1 discovery card in play. So here's the event/discovery deck. So let's take a look at a couple of these. There's a discovery one. So let's say they drew this one. I just flung a card like out of nowhere right there. Discovery. So what they're going to do is they're going to place this card face down. They're the only one that knows what it says in any of these zones on the perimeter. Any of these zones on the perimeter of Mars. They can't do anything internal. They cannot do Phobos. So let's take a look at what we got here. Treat each player who has an even number of astronauts in this zone as having 0 astronauts in this zone. And you can see the 3 dots there because that's when we care about it in that phase at the end, when things are the most valuable. So if they, let's say the setup was and there are going to be a bunch more of those there probably in that phase. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some more tokens to make it more valuable. Here, they know that this spot, if blue player had this already here, they know they want one more astronaut there because even number is 0. So they're losing 1 to 0. Green player thinks they have to add more players. They don't. They're going to win. So to be safe, blue player may have, during the game, want to add at least 1 more so they have a value there if they want to win that zone. So that's a discovery card. So it's like hidden information just for that phase. This is the phase where we're going to reveal all the discovery cards. There will probably be several along Mars, and that's the phase we're going to reveal it. So that's right before we score this 3rd one is when we reveal what actually happens. Is what we think going to happen or no? So they can be positive or negative. And at the end, we're going to go ahead and score. We're going to see everyone's agenda. We're going to count up all the tokens that everyone has, and a winner will be figured out at that point. And that is how you play Mission Red Planet.
All right, welcome back. We're here for our review and our score for Mission Red Planet 2nd edition. I haven't played the 1st edition, but I hear this one is an improvement. For this one, I am scoring it a 7-9. Very solid score. Very strong things about this game. Don't go into it thinking it's a ton of strategy. There's some strategy for sure, and what cards you play. It's not a ton of strategy in this game. It's a good light game, light medium, easy to teach. We pretty much taught it on the fly when we played it with the group because it had been a while since I had played it. So I got to the table, learned it on the fly, easy. Love discovery cards. Love how interactive it is. So you really care. It's a game that you really care about everyone's turn. You're interested in what they're doing. You're not just going to go look at your phone or do something.
Yeah,
you care.
Downtime, it's like active.
Yeah, because they can mess up your plans. They can move things around. You don't even know if your ship's going to go at all. And if it does go, you don't know if it's going where you want it to go because there's a character that can change that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and thankfully you can't just reuse it every time. Kind of like a Raptor thing, which was also designed by Bruno Cathala, where you can't keep using your great cards, the ones that you want to use. They go away. You'll have to replenish them if we don't take a whole nother action to do that with a different card. So you can't just keep spoiling different things. A lot of things, a lot of good choices. Really fun game. I recommend it as a good, let's say, group of friends that aren't completely gamers. This will get them in board. It's a good gateway game. I like it a lot. Vic?
So very close.
8.0.
8.0. Just 0.1 off.
Yep. As usual.
I like the countdown to start with. Super thematic. I made a fun voice. I made sure, when I was doing the countdown that it was really intense. It's a lot of... You didn't think so? No, it's a lot of fun. You don't know if your ship's going to get launched or if somebody's going to foil your plans. As Nick mentioned, things can really change. The lack of downtime. At the end, the scoring is a little bit wild. Like, there are things that come up and you don't know what somebody has put underneath the board.
Cards, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot what that was. Yeah, and you have no idea what you're going to score at the end, and it could be really good or really bad for you. And the figurines are super cute. They look really nice. The artwork, I like the cards. I like the way they look.
Yep.
And I do like the suspense of the countdown. The suspense of the game is there, and the lack of downtime, as Nick mentioned. Everybody's engaged all at once, so that's a lot of fun. Let us know in the comment section below what your favorite space-themed game is. And like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.